All right, welcome back, sports fans, to a quick episode of Ugly Thirds. Gentlemen, what are we talking about today?
Well, and probably the biggest jersey news in a long time, at least it's as long as we've been on the channel. I think 5 jerseys dropped yesterday, and it's a mixed bag at best. But we got the Sharks third and 2 Stadium Series. Mixed bag.
And this was anticipated for a while. The Stadium Series has been teased, and then the day's been pushed back. But it was a very whelming experience. But you knew what you were getting into with Stadium Series, and I'm not surprised at the low quality of them. We've seen multiple years of Stadium Series jerseys now that just disappoint, and these are no different. Like it continues to be disappointing.
I don't know that other years have been as bad as this, though.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
All right, well let's start with should we just say next on Ugly Thirds and then put the intro in? Like, is it? That's not something we're able to do, is it?
No, we can't put the intro in on here.
Hmm.
You have to splice it in.
But bump out of the bump.
Well, we could do this. Welcome to Ugly Thirds. Today's topic is the Stadium Series unveil and the new third jerseys. So, gentlemen, let's take it away.
Oh, there we go. At least it's an intro. Okay. So let's start with the halfway decent news, or at least in my opinion, the Sharks have a new third jersey. I don't know why they're dropping it this late in the season. I imagine it has something to do with losing Adidas as a manufacturer. But
have you seen their season as a whole?
It is a dumpster fire down a flooded street picture there. Like that's exactly what their season is right now.
Well, this jersey isn't. Phil, you want to throw up a? You want to just throw up?
No, I don't want to throw up. But here you go.
So the shoulder patch, which you can see so well in Phil's shoulders, his image is now the centerpiece, and they put some decent normal sleeve stripes. Those are Northwestern stripes, and roughly 48 stripes below them.
I'd be curious to see if there's any like secret inlay, like we talked about in our Sharks video about the circuitry inside the sleeves that are very difficult to see. I wonder if there's any hidden details in between that thick teal stripe on the midway down the sleeve and the white stripes. I'm curious to see if there's anything in there, but I like this. I think it's excellent, and I'm not a proponent of a shoulder patch to main logo look, but this is one of the few that works. Along with the lighthouse, which might come out a little bit later on.
There's some storytelling with the Latin American community is part of this. I don't know enough to say, but that it definitely was in the storytelling. And here you can see all the details. The font different. I swear I've seen this font before though. It's not the Sharks regular font, is it? Am I that ignorant?
No, it's slightly different. It looks a little bit more cockeyed if we're speaking freely.
There's a melty wave element to it. And everyone loves the hanger effect, which I honestly could care less. I think it's such a minor thing that if you can't see it on the ice, I don't care. But we've also had an episode on hanger effects. So
yeah. The clear distinguish between Northern and Southern California, which anybody outside of California doesn't really understand unless you know somebody who's passionate about either being from Northern or Southern California. So a clear stance in where they lie in this whole geographic realm of hockey, but I like it. It's very San Jose. Like even the shoulder patch is very well done.
Phil, did I include? Can you look on the next slide without actually switching to the next slide?
That's
like, are you able to do that?
If you give me 10 seconds, I can do it. Well, not 10 seconds.
I probably can too. I have that open somewhere. But like, this is
all the only thing you put in.
Okay, sportslogos.net has all the black jerseys through the years, and this is by far the best one. They've used alternate logos in the past, but it's all different sharks. The full body shark made it on the 2 ago. Um, this is this. I mean, look, it's a third jersey. It's weird. It's not good enough in my mind to be the home. It's a third jersey,
Yeah.
and the Sharks always want black jerseys. That's been their shtick since very early on. Um, I'm okay with it. Look,
This
if it
is what
hits,
this is what a good third jersey should look like.
it is certainly not bumping out the home road anytime soon. It is very good. There are different elements to it that make it very different. It's a third jersey, and it's a
They
good one.
they they might look their very best right now in terms of jerseys.
It's
It's
that in the very beginning. Everyone
yeah,
loves
it's
those beginning.
it's very very clean, and I think this adds to their catalog. I think this kind of puts them over the top.
Well, I was reading that they are wearing these for every home game in February and March, which is a total of 11 games.
Okay.
So my conspiracy theory is they are a bad team this year, and they need to make some money, and that's why they got this right now, and they're good. So, I think it looks great. The sleeve striping makes it look like ripples in the ocean, and you have the fin in the middle. I think that's the effect they're trying to go with because it lines up perfectly where the fin is. But I will be buying one. I actually reached out to Sports K and asked, hey, are you guys getting them? Because I'll wait for you guys versus buying them from Adidas. So,
Yeah, I have an Adidas 25% coupon on that is expiring very soon, and so I keep waiting for this to hit the website. The coupon's the only reason I'd buy it. Like it's good. It's good. I don't have any complaints, but I don't know if I want to pay full price for it, but I'm cheap, like notoriously so.
yeah.
So
All right, so let's move on.
the real news. That was
Uh,
your appetizer.
the news we've been waiting for. This was a surprise. The news we were waiting for is drum roll, gentlemen. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of drum roll. These are stadium jerseys.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. Initial impression of the best one. What's your?
Oh, my initial impression was
No
the
Von
best
Ding
one is
there.
by far the Rangers. By far.
You think so?
Oh, I might that
I disagree.
I'm looking to
Yeah.
buy that one. I think I
No.
will buy that one. I like that one.
Phil, what about you?
I like the Devils one.
Do you?
Yeah, there's something about that black, something with the
you?
black onto the red. It makes it
Huh.
pop. And I just feel like I think it's been a jersey that they've been kind wanting to do for a while and they haven't. I don't know. I mean, I guess again on ice might change its look to me, but I like the Devils one.
How about
Yeah.
your Shrimps?
I've usually ragged on the Flyers in the past for being very, very safe in everything that they do in special event games, but compared to the other three out there right now, I think it was a smart choice. They don't get very dynamic, but I think it was a good, clean, simple look for them.
I'd agree with you until you see the back.
So which one's the worst then?
Islanders, without a doubt.
Only because it says Isles. If it
Yeah.
wasn't a nickname, I think it'd be the best one. I
Yeah.
think if you put a white NY there and make the numbers white, it's the best jersey. It'd be like a great third jersey. You could even do it. You could do the NY in navy, it's just less dynamic. But Isles, really?
It's
Even NYI, and make it so that both teams are abbreviations. Like I like either of those is better. But either way, I have a slide on each jersey. So if you want to go through in turn, I think it'd be the better move. So the Devils, they didn't show much. It's this. It's their normal jersey minus white and minus the circle on the logo. I think it's extremely safe. I think it's extremely normal. And that's why I am completely underwhelmed by it. I'm not even whelmed. I'm underwhelmed.
It plays into that bright color 2019, I think it was, that the Pens and the Flyers did. Just how bright can you get your normal colors? And this is not to say that it was expected, but we always talked about with New Jersey, like do a blackout jersey with the red logo, like, but does it play into the aesthetic of Stadium Series these days? And no, it doesn't. So this makes sense for the event, but I find
This
it
only
very
makes
bland.
it makes sense to me only if the whole shtick of this is a one color look, or an absence of white look. If the
Right.
Flyers matched this, yeah, okay. If they're playing the Islanders, who also did this exact same thing, yeah, okay. In the context, I think it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's dull. It's very dull, which I guess has
Yep.
been the Devils' look for a long time, but
Yep.
it's dull.
All right. Well, next would be
We
the
also have the alternate Adidas logo on the back, the kind we got for reverse retro too. That's I'm gonna point that out. I didn't notice that till just now.
we had the
And it's
Flyers.
crooked.
Okay, next. Oh, oh. That stripe on the back is the worst element I think I've ever seen. You know, the only other time that I'm close to using it is that All-Star game. That All-Star game with who was the guy they voted in?
Oh,
Who shouldn't
he went down to AHL before the All Star, and so they all voted him in.
when they voted in that goon from Buffalo, who they say
Oh, John Scott. And
No,
they
it was
did the
John Scott.
rounded. They did the rounded one, right?
But it had a nameplate stripe on the back, and for an All-Star game, you're like, it's an All-Star game. This, ugh.
I don't mind the stripe, but what bugs me is something you pointed out yesterday. Those look like Reebok vinyl-y numbers. Like it doesn't look right. Something's not right about it.
There's a glossiness to it.
Yeah.
I mean, if that stripe went the whole way across the jersey front and back, kind of like the Islanders look, but like an orange stripe across the middle, you might have something, right? You make it an element, you lean into it. But just on the back, just to fill that in, I hate it. Like actively hate it.
I don't know if you noticed too, the Stadium Series patch on the Devils, it's on the shoulder. So it's on the shoulder up here.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no room for it.
There's no room. It's on the elbow over here on the side.
Oh, I can't even see that. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So like it's not even like
what a
I hate that
There's no uniformity there. There can't be uniformity.
that's where I was going for, uniformity.
That's something.
There's just no cohesion to this. Why are the sleeve stripes there? Why are they what they are? Why does the black stripe only go on the back for the nameplate? Why are the numbers? Well, I mean, the Flyers going to the one color numbers is the worst. I think their current look is the worst look they've ever had because of the one color numbers. It looks so cheap. The giant helmet nonsense.
It wasn't until you pointed out to me that people sitting in a football stadium can't see the number kits on a normal jersey, like an arena jersey. But now that you've had to elevate the number and logo and everything like that, it's just a goofy look all around. Out of context, like these are the dumbest things around.
I mean, even the socks with the black stripe on top, you make the pants look like leotards. Like there is nothing redeeming about this jersey. I genuinely hate it.
All right. Well, now we know how you feel about that. Let's move on to the Islanders.
I feel this is close to being great. I feel it's so close to being great.
It has.
I feel like they knew what they needed and they swerved.
The Isles thing just crushes this jersey. It has so much potential. Did you end up pulling that screenshot?
No, I didn't, but I'm sure we could in that time.
Yeah. So somebody on the hockey jersey subreddit substituted out the word Isles for the lighthouse patch, which honestly is something that I clamored for a long time. Just take it off and put it on for a 1 or 2 year type deal, a third jersey.
It's now in the slideshow, Phil, if you want to show that.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, and I thought it was very well done.
You're gonna have to undo and
I'm gonna have to undo. Hold on.
Exit. Yeah.
But the whole idea of using the Isles thing is that, from what I read online, is that it's reminiscent of a subway sign or a public transit sign, which
Then do
fine.
NYI and match the Rangers.
Yeah,
Do
you know what?
NYI horizontal rather than diagonal and match the theme of the game. How about that?
It's not a bad idea. But
This is the concept you're talking about.
I thought this was very well done. Like, it was excellent in the thought process of it. Could you sneak a little bit of that blue in there, that aqua fresh blue? I don't
Oh no,
know if you.
I'd put white in. I'd put white back in the logo, at least in the thing behind it, maybe the outlines of it. I mean, the shoulder patch with the normal Islanders logo is the only white other than the stadiums. Like the patches have white. So you've
Yeah.
already invalidated the point. And you don't need the team logo there. You don't.
All right.
And you don't need it in the normal, like you could use the alternate NY from the alternate jersey and put
Right.
that in orange. You could maintain the look. Why do you have that one pop of white up there? Put it throughout. Put the white outlines back in that logo and the white outlines on the number and make it a good jersey.
I agree with you. It has potential, but it just wasn't. They fell a little bit short with that front crest, and it makes the whole thing, like, it truly does.
Like everything with the Islanders, they blew it. They had something, they had a great idea and blew it.
Yeah.
Phil, you had a comment on the Islanders too.
Yeah, it's Smashville 2.0. I mean,
Yeah.
same structure, just slightly different colors, and it nicknames on the jerseys we said don't work. The NES jersey, the bolts, that's reminiscent of the bolts from that year too with the Smashville. It just doesn't do it. Like, and
Why
from
won't they learn?
and from it, as you said, it's a football stadium. MetLife is huge. Are you gonna be able to really tell it says Islands on the front? Like, no.
You mentioned the Smashville jersey. They had a cool guitar pick logo for that they could have done something with, anything with, other than put Smashville over the top of it. But I like
They
the
blew
number
it.
kit. The number kit on the back is kind of unique, the way that it sits kind of in the middle of that stripe. It's very nicely centered, but the outline of the orange is going to be nice when we're not looking at it in a shadow like we are in the picture that we have on the screen there.
Which is the only picture of the back I could find. So
Yeah.
Look, it's either an NYI on the front or the NY alternate logo away from being a really good jersey.
Yep.
They blew it.
Potential's
blew it.
there. You blew it.
All right, let's talk about the last one. Look, I like this one. I mean, like, it shouldn't be their permanent look, but it's the Rangers look zoomed, blown up, big, make it bigly. Look, as you've mentioned already, it's the Stadium Series. You can't see the stuff, right? That the whole point is it's bigger so you can see it from further away, because most fans are much further away than normal. I think of the state, like, Phil, I'm going to need the last slide here. I think of the Stadium Series should be as close to the MLB Turn Ahead the Clock, which they did in the mid 90s. They're like, okay, what if we went 35 years into the future? Like the New York Mets are playing on Mercury. They're the ones who went way out. All right. But they're like, okay, the future, everything is chrome. The logos are giant. Everything is vests because that's future. Even the names are vertical. Like they just every shtick they could pull out. And I think, like, this Caps jersey perfectly encapsulates what the Stadium Series ought to be. It's a futuristic look. Everything is bigger so that you can see it better. And they take the elements of a jersey and just zoom them back in. So pull up the Rangers again, Phil.
I was gonna say, show your jersey one more time so people can see the bigger part, because you were me.
Yeah. I mean, like, look, big logo, big stripes, big sleeve numbers. Like, everything is just the norm, but big. And because it's big, it's simplified. So the Rangers have done exactly that in this, right? Their normal stripe on the sleeves, big numbers. Rangers, it's too many letters to make big. So they went with NYR, which they've used on the Lady Liberty jerseys. So it's not like they've pulled this out of nowhere. And it's in the normal font that they have in the Rangers, right?
Right. And thinking about what you just said, though, having your jersey compared to the Rangers one, I think it all has to do with the text. Anything with text leaves a bad vibe in my mouth. Like that Caps one that you're wearing is not a bad jersey. It took an element from a jersey that from a previous jersey that people really like, the Weagle, and then put it on the front, made it big for Stadium Series. This is just giant letters. Like I can't get past the fact that the text here is so big and so abrasive.
But it's
It's
the New
on
York
cream
Rangers.
though. It looks good on cream. I think that's cream.
But it's the New York Rangers, and the Rangers have always done text.
Yeah.
That's their look. So for them to do anything else, kind of, I mean, could they do a giant Lady Liberty logo? Sure, but should they? I don't know. I think this is taking their normal look and just zoom, which I think they all should be that. You know, take the Islanders, take their stripes at the bottom, and then just move them up and zoom, right? And if they want to go text to match the other team, sure, you can NYI it. The Flyers take their shoulders and like make it like the Anaheim 2000, where like it's the orange goes all the way to here, you know,
Sure.
zoom. But there's no cohesiveness to any of this. They're just like big things going everywhere, and none of it makes any sense. And I just that's my problem with it, all of it.
I wonder how long the Stadium Series lasts because it's not the moneymaker that it used to be. We're just hitting the same things over and over again. It's not sustainable, and I wonder how long this approach is going to take. Like, where do we go from here with Stadium Series? We've
I mean,
done this
the fact that
teams
they're
over and
back in New
over.
York again, maybe that's the most lucrative market for this. I don't know. Like it is purely for the cash, and as long as the cash flows, they're going to do it.
But we've seen numbers recently that outdoor games, and I think it was the Winter Classic that we saw the stats on. It's the lowest rated Winter Classic in terms of viewership. Like you
Yeah.
can't be making that much money.
I would
When you're-
imagine the logistics and all the building of it. Like you gotta.
Yeah.
I would wonder what the NHL's numbers actually are. Then
Yeah.
again, they've kept a team in Arizona for how long that's never turned a profit. So
Well, that's revenue sharing, and I'm sure 31 teams aren't thrilled with the idea of Arizona continuing to play hockey in the desert.
Right. But overall, it's a mess. Like, Phil, I know you're buying all of them because you're nuts. Trems, I don't know how many of these fit
I
your collection,
do
but if
it
you were buying any, which
for-
ones would you buy?
I do it for the show. I do it for our viewers.
Easy balloon boy.
So you can see in real life.
I don't know. And we've talked about in the past how these things are so fickle. Like the Islanders one might be there 8.5 months from now for $55, and the Rangers one is probably going to be gone in an instant, never to be seen or heard from again. Like these things are difficult to predict.
Well, as of now, as is reporting, they're still not online for NHL.com or Adidas yet, which, what are they waiting for?
They go to Adidas first since they're the primary.
The Sharks one's on the NHL,
Right.
but not
Sharks
Adidas.
is on the NHL one, yeah.
Really? Oh, that surprises me. I figured Adidas would
There's-
get first crack at it.
Typically they do. Reverse retro they did.
Sports K is not going to get them until Adidas has them on their website for a week or so. He's usually a couple weeks behind because Adidas wants to make money.
The
People are
Rangers don't
frustrated.
even have it on their team store yet.
Well, they leaked their third jersey 5 months before they actually put it on sale. So
Also true. For my
Islander-
coupon's sake, I hope it comes soon.
Islanders only has pre-sale for their team website.
when's your coupon expire, John?
Monday.
Sunday or Monday. Yeah, I think it's Monday. Yeah, kind of close. Would like to get at least one of either the Sharks or the Rangers. Like, give me one of them on Adidas website, please.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But Flyers do have theirs already.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Stupid Flyers. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us because, like, what else is there to say about these? They're there. I think they're terrible. I think the Rangers are the ones who understood the assignment, but
This
obviously there's disagreements already with my idea.
This'll probably be the last one of these that we do until they release the actual on ice Fanatics jerseys. There's nothing else that's going to come out that's new.
Tampa Bay leaked, and then we've seen nothing new. So we got one more of these, I suppose.
Maybe it was. Didn't they do the Gasparilla?
Well, they did, but that's not. I'm talking about their third jersey that allegedly leaked.
Oh, they're still doing a third this year.
I mean, there's a picture of one, but I
Huh.
I don't want to comment on just a random picture that we don't really know enough about.
That's fair. Maybe we do one before Fanatics releases.
Yeah, but I think that's all I have to say about these. I know what I'm
Yeah.
buying. I know what I'm definitely not, and that's all there is to say. All I have to say about them. So, any last thoughts? He's Shrems. I'm John. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell to get notifications when new videos get posted, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Big league. Should all be big league.